I am tempted to go for another city quite quickly, but the happiness situation means I really should not do that. Building a city takes a lot of happiness away, so it might be worthwhile just waiting until I've got some increased happiness before doing that. Trading these tools off once I'm working them will be one way, alternatively, of getting extra happiness. So long as there's a spare copy of resources around. Washington has a spare citrus. Does he need anything of ours?
I trust you are a friend to liberty.
Yes, he does. He needs silver.
Go ahead.
So can I switch like that? Brilliant. Okay, my happiness is much better. The happiness is kind of irrelevant during the Golden Age, but I don't want to be unhappy the second I come out of the Golden Age, so it's better to do the trade now. Just in case he gets either hostile towards me and refuses to trade, or I forget. There's the potential to just simply forget. And Denmark has been demolished. And he's out of the game. He's down to 0 points. So Denmark has gone. Siam took him out. I don't know what repercussions that's going to have. Because I don't think Spain and Siam hate each other. But I don't think the Iroquois like Siam. So there's going to be a bigger front for Siam to defend there. And there's all of these nice resources here. And I can't get to them because they're so far away. And if Genghis Khan gets shirts at me and attacks me, there's no way I can defend it. Same if Spain attacks me. It's really frustrating because there's 3 wine that one city alone could collect. Although you probably could split it up into 2 better cities. Because you could put one next to the top wine and then move one downriver towards the copper and maybe another one to collect the other 2 wine. It's a nice location. Especially because it's on plains, not grass predominantly, so you would actually have some production. I'm going to have a look down here anyway. I never looked in the first place, so while I don't think I'm going to be attacked, I will do that. I have built my mint now. What do I want to build? I can't build a heroic epic. That would have been a nice thing to build, but I can't build that at this point in time. I think I'm better off, like I said, going for another worker. And I am content with the tiles that I am currently working. Because they're all improved tiles. I'm not working any generic, rubbish, boring, normal tiles. Adrianople can point... Oh! I've been interrupted. We have got theology. Theology means you can get gardens, which increase great people production. There are 2 wonders there that are all about great prophets and missionaries. They are very useful if you have a religion. As is this, but this is not a wonder that only one person can build. Every empire can build that, the Grand Temple. It's just basically a really impressive monument, a religious monument, I should say. Let's not confuse culture and faith together. Civil service means we can upgrade our spear, so that will be a nice horse defence. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if his 4 horses don't go towards me. I'd be very much more expecting them to go towards the US. And they're a finite resource, so once they're gone, they're gone. Petra's only going to take 9 turns. I am really hoping that I'm going to get that, and I should, I think. I'm going to build a farm there so it's prepared. I really do hope I get petrol, otherwise that is going to turn into a pretty mediocre city. It'll still have floodplain tiles, which are good, but the mausoleum of Halicarnassus, or however you pronounce that, has gone. That's only useful if you have marble or stone in your city, though. I have a stone, but it's not a good stone tile. And I don't think anyone else has one, so that's why I didn't go after it. We have discovered the Rock of Gibraltar. That tile to the right of the sword is, believe it or not, a mountain. That's a glitch that sometimes happens when you're next to the Rock of Gibraltar in particular. The 3/4 plains, quarter sand tile is actually, yeah, it's actually a mountain. So let's pretend it looks like a mountain. Let's not make the game feel self-conscious. Come on, people, you wouldn't be that cruel, would you? Oh, we found a city-state over here as well. It's Geneva! And we got 4 faith off them, which is pretty much bugger all. It's half a turn's worth of faith that we're generating, but it's better than nothing. Considering we're not friends with them, I'll have a look in their territory just while I'm at it. They'll get sniffy, but they won't go to war with me. That's not how city-states work in this game. I don't think this city is big enough yet to go for a wonder. It could be tempting to go for the pyramids, but I'm not likely to get it. I'm just likely to get fail gold instead. But when I look at what else I could build, that's probably the best choice. So I will go for the pyramids, just not because I think I'll get them, but because I'll get a lot of gold if they actually get built towards the end of when I'm doing it. Oh, a whole 1 turn of production, which I didn't get any gold for. Hurrah! You just knew it was going to happen, didn't you? I'm going to go for a watermill then. I think they're pretty inferior to granaries, but I would actually quite like to get the extra production point. In a small city, that 1 extra production is really quite a lot. Come on, I'm only 3 turns away. I'm starting to worry because a lot of the wonders are starting to go, but they are ones you get earlier on than Petra, so I'm still quietly optimistic that I'm going to get it. This looks like it could be the end of the island as well over here. There's more wine in case there wasn't enough of that in this region. It's a part of the map full of alcoholic barbarians, I suspect. Again, it's a shame that nobody's really close enough to them to achieve them. Well, I suppose Spain is. Well, it definitely is now that it took that puppet out. Well, we're down to 7 empires, guys. And 2 of them are really, really weak. And we got Petra! Hooray! Arguably the best wonder. Arguably. It also has very cool music in the background. Points are lost, however, for trying to be historical using a fact from Indiana Jones. We have another worker, so I'm going to start and get those horses, because we don't have any yet. And by the time that I get to Cataphract, they're going to be obsolete. That's a shame, because we're now getting close to chivalry, which is where you get knights, which are infinitely better. I'm going to build a stoneworks now, simply because that stone tile, which was rubbish, is now pretty good. It's 1 food, 3 production, 1 gold instead of just 2 production. Look around us, a lot of the tiles have got an awful lot better. Some of them have not, because for example the truffles are not on a desert, and for example the cotton there is on a floodplain, but the sheep, for example, is now an incredibly powerful tile. We're going to go over with the market because the market will boost the gold production we get from having a mint. They go hand in hand together, the mint and the market. You can't build a mint if you don't have gold or silver near you though. Although why you would want to in that case, I don't know. Adrianople is now population 5 and I am going to occupy that stone, thank you very much. It's an extra 3 hammers, which is a very significant amount. And we now have a road from Constantinople to our 3rd city. So where do I want this worker to go? Good question. Good question. That's okay for now, the city it just came from. I think what we'll do is quickly build another farm down here before taking our units all up here to work on Antioch. Because that can become a reasonably good city in the future, but it's not going to be there for a while. It's actually mostly there for strategic purposes, in that obviously Sweden now by default has to go through a bottleneck to attack us. But they're so weak. I mean, they've got 120 points. They've probably got a new technology. They're on 120 points. We're on 338. And if we want to be really picky about that, only 100 of that is wonders. So if we even had no wonders, we would still be over 100 points ahead of them. You got to remember, if you don't win through any of the set conditions, it goes on how many points you've got, which is why wonders are worth so many points. It's a way of balancing the game out. But we're doing really well thus far. So well, in fact, that we've not even felt the need to attack anybody, which is a real rarity. Yeah, definitely very rare that I just don't even plan on attacking anybody in the early game. Because we're not going for a pacifist run of this, if you're getting confused. Or if you've only just started watching now. We're not going for a passive LP of this map. Because if anything, it looked like a map that could get very ugly for us, but it just hasn't happened. We're going to build a library. Not because we need it for the National College, because we already have it, but better to have extra science production because we're not in the lead on science production. We do have a lot of gold. So if I did want to attack somebody, I could build a couple of military units to take them out. But I'm not particularly interested in doing that. I'm tempted to maybe buy one unit so that the AI doesn't think we're a weak and easy target, because that would be bad. I mean, that could be seriously bad because you can get attacked out of nowhere if the AI starts thinking that, because until you get to the Renaissance era, you have no idea if the AI is plotting on you or not until you see the units at your border. Have a nice sip of my Pepsi Max there. Gotta do a lot of talking in these videos, that's for sure. Do I want to build a... Well, I've got no choice, I can only build a mine. I don't have guilds yet. That's not a bad thing though. I'm going to switch that to here because it will inevitably be a better tile. Although I am also... Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that. It makes the stoneworks take longer, but if I'm going to have a city with a high population, this one would be a good one. We have a Burkittism follower in Adrianople now. If we get enough followers that it becomes the majority, it will switch religions. We've got one there as well. And by keeping this city's population down low, it will convert more quickly. So what I'm going to do is try and purposefully keep Antioch's population low. Not too low, but low enough. I'm not going to build any farms for a while there, for example. Washington is a threat. He is, but I don't want to. Yes, I know. Wow. Everyone's going to attack America. That's interesting. Maybe Sweden will get their city back, and maybe pigs will fly. Ha ha ha. Satire. Warsaw was attacked by Mongolia. It was only a matter of time. Is its inefficiency. Eugene McCarthy. Anyway, we now have civil service, so I'm going to upgrade my spear to a pike because it has a power of 16 rather than 11, I think it was, which is a considerable improvement. I could really do without Genghis Khan getting that, so I'm going to send this composite bowman to try and block him off and try and fill a tile. Do I want open borders with you? No, I'd rather take 50 gold, thank you very much. Don't mind Spain having open borders because they're still a reasonable distance away from me, and I'm of no strategical importance location wise right now. Put that back to fortify. Let's see what the situation over here is like. Warsaw's not lost any health in their city yet from what I can see. It is requesting units. I'm not giving them any because the amount of influence you get in return is pathetic. And I can't even see a Mongolian unit. Warsaw's actually in a really well defended location because there are 6 tiles adjacent to it. 2 of them are mountains, 1 of them's the sea. So realistically they're only going to get attacked from 3 of the 6 tiles. I'm certain there'll be a barbarian encampment around there. Yeah, he just doesn't seem to be attacking them. Well, that was a waste of time. I'm going to put that there. Again, the gold is not massively important right now. I'm loaded compared to what I need to be. So much so, actually, I'm tempted to build yet another city. I knew there'd be something here, and Hiawatha beat me to it, the arse. I'm going to quickly check up here with that unit, because if I was going to build a city, other than being here, it would be up there. That's not a priority, though, the one at the top, because nobody's going to steal that land. Because I was going to put a city down here, near Manila. There's a potential opportunity that I will take Manila out in the end. I probably won't take Mombasa out next to it, but I might take Manila out. No idea yet, I haven't thought about it too much. But there is good logic for putting a city down here. I've got wheat, I've got cotton. I haven't quite got silver, I can't reach it. But a city next to the city that I could put there would reach all of that. It's tough. Tough call. Because I could even put one next to Warsaw up here if the land up here is favourable. Because there's some potential. There's wheat that Nicaea can't reach. And there's deer there and all that they might have to share with a city that I was putting next to the horses up here. There's a lot of in theories I could do this. And that encampment has gone. It got doggy piled.
If you enjoyed the video you've just seen, please join my Facebook group and follow me on Twitter for the latest news.